gentlemen, a very, very pleasant welcome, lords, ladies, Lord Mayors, mayors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Arti Halai and I am delighted to welcome you to this summer garden party on behalf of the High Sheriff of the West Midlands, Dr. Tim Watts, and his beautiful wife, June Watts. We are, of course, in the glorious surroundings of Hagley Hall, and what a beautiful day. I hope you've enjoyed the drinks reception, along with, of course, the orchestra of the Swan and the pianist Victoria Sharp. We come to the slightly more formal part of the evening now, and that is the Medal of Excellence Inspiring Others Awards. To start off this evening's proceedings, in style, because that's what we like to do here, we will be hearing from professional musicians and scholars' black voices. They first came together in 1987, and they've gained a reputation as Europe's finest female a cappella quintet. They've captivated audiences around the world, but they do much more than just perform. Black voices also undertake education and outreach programs from their studio base in Birmingham. So, to kick off our evening, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Black Voices.
Watch the sticks away, slipping in our eye, glory stay. Perhaps find your act wasn't meant to quench your lifetime's arguments. Nothing goes from violence, oh, nothing ever could. Relieve the anguish heart, lest we forget how fragile we are. Tears from my start, tears from my start, on and on and on and on and on and on. will stay. Oh, on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Like tears from a star, like tears from a star. On and on and on. How fragile we are, how fragile we are, how fragile we are, how fragile we are. Nothing comes from violence, nothing ever could. Nothing comes from violence, nothing ever could.
Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Well, there you have them, the black voices. Thank you very much indeed. Ladies, what can I say? Your voices make my heart sing. And actually, never mind about staying with him. I want to stay with you. And I want you to stay with me. All right. Okay. So, before telling you about the awards, I thought it apt that I touch on the role of the High Sheriff and why Dr. Tim Watts is so suitable to the role. Of course, traditionally the High Sheriff, and this dates back more than 1,000 years, where the High Sheriff was known as the Shire Reeve. Now, the High Sheriff at that time had huge powers, and therein lies the first similarity with our Dr. Tim Watts. He's a very powerful man, and he likes power, and I'm proud to say that he uses the power in the right way. And you'll see a little bit more of that today. The High Sheriff was also traditionally a law enforcer, and therein lies the second similarity, because you really don't want to get on the wrong side of Tim Watts. Traditionally, this role, of course, involved collecting taxes and levies on behalf of the Crown. Tim, as we know, is a successful, phenomenally successful, in fact, entrepreneur. And yeah, he hasn't quite been suited to the collecting taxes role. I think we'll all agree that actually he's been paying them. That was traditionally the role of the High Sheriff. But on a more serious note, today, what does the High Sheriff do? Well, the High Sheriff's role is to assist royal visitors to the county. So you know our Tim, rubbing shoulders with royalty. Yeah, he's got it down to a T. It's to support High Court judges. And of course, there's an active role for the High Sheriff in assisting the voluntary sector within the county. And let's face it, Tim really has done more than his fair share of that. He is an incredibly generous donor, a generous supporter, and a generous promoter of good causes, which brings me very nicely, in fact, onto today's awards. The High Sheriff of the West Midlands recognises individuals whose actions in their local communities have inspired and helped others. Each of the 8 people who have been nominated have been doing some amazing work and helping others benefit through their determination, courage, and goodwill. The first 5 of these nominations have been put forward by the Lord Mayors and Mayors from 5 of the 7 mayoral regions within the West Midlands. The last 3 have been nominated by the High Sheriff of the West Midlands, Dr. Tim Watts. And I'd like to invite him to the stage now to say a few words to start the proceedings.
I've brought with me my speech, but as you can probably understand, this will be my second speech of the night. I wrote the first one. Her Majesty's Lord Lieutenant, my lords, my ladies, fellow High Sheriffs, my esteemed guests, and my family. I'm delighted that you could all join June and I this evening in what a wonderful location and a wonderful temperature that we've got out there. I know some of you were with me at my declaration, and we're moving on from there. And I hope that this summer party will work out really well for all of you, and you'll all have some fun tonight. June and I have attended quite a number of civic ceremonies already. We've done flag raising, armed forces days. We've worked with the mayors and the Lord Mayors at their installation and their ceremonies. We've had many dinners, and we've already met many of you, and we hope to meet all of you tonight. We've really enjoyed our first 3 months in office. We've met with Princess Anne, and last week with the Duke of Cambridge. And these are just some of the highlights of what we've done. We've been honoured to entertain a number of the judges, as well as visiting their courts. I personally have visited a number of schools, and some of those with some very serious children in need, and it's very sort of heart-touching. There has literally never been a dull moment in the first 3 months. I would like to now move on to my High Sheriff's Medal of Excellence, which we're trying to promote those that have inspired us in this ceremony. As we said, we've put them forward by my Lord Mayors and Mayors who I am working through. And I said in my initial installation that I would work through my chain gang, as I affectionately call them. So without any more ado, Artie, would you please come and join me? And can we also ask my wife to come and join me, please, on stage? And we will do my awards for excellence.
Thank you, Tim. Okay, moving on then to the Medals of Excellence and Inspiring Others Awards. And I'll be introducing each nomination and highlighting not just their excellence in the area, but also what makes them so inspiring. Just so you know, each winner will receive a Medal of Excellence, an Inspiring Others certificate, and a cheque for £250. Our first winner today is Richard Fuller. Richard has been nominated by the Lord Mayor of Coventry, Councillor Hazel Noonan. Let me tell you more about why he's such a worthy winner. Richard has taken a year out to be an intern at a local church to work on youth and community projects. He runs the Duke of Edinburgh Gold, Silver and Bronze Awards, the Boy and Girls Brigades and 2 youth groups. He has secured a place on the Baptist Missionary Society's visit to Thailand, where he will work with disadvantaged people. Richard knows he needs to raise funds for this, and Richard being Richard, he's organising a sponsored bike ride, not from one end of the UK to the other, but from one country to another. So from London to Paris. Ladies and gentlemen, our first winner today is Richard Fuller. Congratulations, Richard. For our second Medal of Excellence and Inspiring Others certificate, we turn our attention to the area of Dudley and the Mayor of Dudley, Councillor Margaret Aston, who has proudly nominated Emily Simmons. Let me tell you more about what Emily has been doing. Emily started We Socialise Too in 2012 for students at Dudley College with learning disabilities. Emily herself has moderate learning disabilities as well as coordination problems, so it was a really big achievement for Emily to accomplish. She does all the fundraising by herself, so people at the group can go on trips and days out. The group has been very successful and is now in its second year. You won't be surprised to hear that Emily continues to spend her free time working to raise funds for the group. Emily is also a buddy at Me&You, a group for young adults with autism, and she's an ambassador for MenCap. Emily Simmons, if I could ask you to make your way to the stage, please. Well done, Emily Simmons, on the incredible work that you do. You make us all so proud. Our next Medal of Excellence and Inspiring Others certificate will go to Amy Bryan, who's been nominated by the Mayor of Sandwell, Councillor Derek Rowley. And let me tell you why. Amy Bryan started out at Sandwell Women's Aid in September 2013 as an apprentice. Her volunteering experience at the Prince's Trust helped her in her role as the Health and Wellbeing Apprentice. So did her enthusiasm, willingness to learn, and her great personality. Amy quickly started to shine as she got to know the women and children in the refuge and became a vital part of the activities. Most importantly, she listened to women and demonstrated a tremendous amount of empathy and understood their trauma. Over the next 6 months, working within the family support team, Amy brought normality into the lives of children who had experienced domestic abuse, organising activities and ensuring they had something and someone to play with. Amy has been a real asset, growing in terms of knowledge and skills and keeping her mind open to the learning experience. What she's achieved in the last 8 months has been nothing short of amazing. Her achievements speak for themselves, and she's now secured a permanent position within Sandwell Women's Aid as a health and well-being outreach worker. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the incredible Amy Bryan.
Well done.
Amy Bryan, we think you are truly amazing. Moving on then to our 4th Medal of Excellence and Inspiring Others certificate, and we head towards Solihull. The Mayor of Solihull, Councillor Kate Wilde, has proudly nominated John English for his tireless and voluntary work that benefits young people in the area. John was an active member on the Youth Council before taking the lead in the Young Persons Group. He's freely given up his time to Sustain, which offers a range of services for free to voluntary and community sector organisations. He's developed the My Place project, and more recently, he's volunteered for This Way Up. This supports young people experiencing significant change due to things like family separation or bereavement. John is now working as an ambassador for the Greater Birmingham and Solihull Talent Match programme, which seeks to help young people between 18 and 24 years old that are not in education, employment or training. John is definitely a role model for his peers. He's a real inspiration to the community and has a great empathy and understanding of the needs of young people. John English, could I please ask you to come to the stage? Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
Some excellent examples there of the work John's done. Well done, John. We come now to our 5th Medal of Excellence and Inspiring Others certificate, and the last one to be nominated by a Lord Mayor or Mayor from the West Midlands area. The Mayor of Walsall, Councillor Peter Smith, is proud to nominate Daniel Eden. And let me tell you why Daniel is seen as such an inspiration to others. Daniel has faced significant challenges which started when he became ill as a child, and it's affected his physical and cognitive ability. Despite this, Daniel has been completing a level 1 course in sport and active leisure at Walsall College, always arriving on time and with a beaming smile on his face, ready to learn. He initially used a laptop, but struggled to write due to paralysation on one side of his body. But he's overcome this disability and now regularly writes to avoid reliance on the computer, something I think we should all try once in a while. Daniel faces adversity head-on, completing fitness tests and fully immersing himself in team games. His perseverance and determination show other students that self-defeat is just not an option. Daniel is a credit to Walsall College and the wider Black Country community. He demonstrates that struggles and perceived weaknesses can be turned into strengths. He represents courage, and his desire to overcome adversity means he will achieve everything he sets out to do. Unfortunately, Daniel can't be with us this evening, but I would like to invite the Mayor of Walsall, Councillor Peter Smith, who nominated him, to accept the Medal of Excellence and Inspiring Others certificate on behalf of Daniel. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to the Mayor of Walsall and Councillor Peter Smith there. We turn now then to our attention to 3 people who have been chosen by the High Sheriff himself, the High Sheriff of the West Midlands. So our first recipient is charity stalwart Leslie Lambert. Leslie heads up the charity committee at ESOS, a part of a Per Temps network group, and works tirelessly organising events and activities that benefit a vast array of deserving causes. Since 2009, the committee has raised in excess of £40,000 for charities on a local and national scale. In the recently held Per Temps Awards, Leslie was nominated by her peers and won the coveted Community Award. Some of the charities that have benefited as a result of the fantastic work Leslie does are Fen End Group Riding for Disabled Children, the Connie Watts Foundation, Make-A-Wish, Birmingham Children's Hospital, Midlands Air Ambulance, Children in Need, and Comic Relief. It is a truly amazing achievement, selfless, and for the benefit of others. Please put your hands together for Leslie Lampert. Many congratulations, Leslie, and thank you very much, Tim. Our second recipient for the Medal of Excellence and Inspiring Others certificate, as chosen by the High Sheriff of the West Midlands, Tim Watts, is Stephen Sutton. This award will be given posthumously, as those of us who followed Stephen's extraordinary story know he passed away in May this year. Stephen was born here in the West Midlands and was diagnosed with colorectal cancer at the age of 15 in 2010. When the cancer spread to his liver and lungs in December 2012, it was incurable. Stephen decided to use his time wisely and endeavoured to raise as much money as he could for Teenage Cancer Trust. His modest target of £10,000 was blown out of the water as his campaign grew with popularity every day, and his inspirational approach to his illness became the focus of national attention. At the time of his death, 2 months ago, Stephen had raised more than £3 million for Teenage Cancer Trust, and that figure still rises. Just before his death, Stephen was awarded an MBE for services to the Teenage Cancer Trust charity. Stephen was an amazing young man whose positive approach to life, despite everything, touched the hearts of many. We're honoured to have Stephen's mother, Mrs. Jane Sutton, here with us today, along with Debbie Adams from the Teenage Cancer Trust. And so I'd like to invite both of them to the stage to accept the High Sheriff's Medal of Excellence, along with the Inspiring Others certificate.
Search for the secret to hide. Search for the hero inside yourself. Search for the secret to
To the Teenage Cancer Trust of £5,000.
I'd just like to echo Jane's thanks to the High Sheriff for nominating Stephen for this award. Stephen was an exceptional young man who told his own story in his own way, and in doing so created the single biggest fundraising event in the history of Teenage Cancer Trust. Around 7 young people aged between 13 to 24 are diagnosed with cancer every day in the UK, and there's never a good time to get cancer, but the timing is especially cruel for young people. Teenage Cancer Trust exists to improving the quality of life and chances of survival for young people aged 13 to 24 who are diagnosed with cancer, and everything we do is aiming to improve quality of life and improve outcomes for this group. We are incredibly grateful and deeply humbled by the scale of support, fundraising and awareness that Stephen has achieved, not only for Teenage Cancer Trust but for young people throughout the country. And we pledge with your donations to continue to support every young person. As a charity, we rely solely on voluntary donations to be able to reach every young person. At the moment, for every young person we reach, there is another one that we can't, and your donations will help us to extend that work. Thank you so very much.
Stephen Sutton, who we will of course always remember and whose legacy will live on forever. And now for our final Medal of Excellence and Inspiring Others certificate, as nominated by the High Sheriff of the West Midlands, Tim Watts. And that goes to father of 3 from West Bromwich and nationally recognised charity fundraiser, the inspirational Dave Healy. Dave was just 10 when he lost his eyesight, but that didn't stop him. This is the man who went on to run 7 marathons in 7 days on 7 continents in 2008. And I was at Central News at the time. We covered every single step of his journey, and quite rightly so. He's also completed 10 marathons in 10 days for Macmillan Cancer Support. And there's more. As well as his incredible sporting achievements, Dave looks to inspire and encourage others through his motivational speaking. The challenges Dave has encountered in life have given him an extraordinary strength. His enthusiasm for life sparks emotion in any audience and leaves them with a feeling that nothing is impossible. So, whether it's competing in a marathon, cycling 100 miles, a week-long trek, or even flying a plane, nothing's too much trouble for Dave. And his achievements have quite rightly been recognised far and wide. He was invited to carry the torch in the run-up to the London Olympics. He took part in the opening ceremony of the Paralympics, and he was presented with the Freedom of the Borough of Sandwell. Dave's achievements continue to grow, as does his strength and stature, and through it all, he remains grounded and modest. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the incredible Dave Healy.
Certificate, and personally a cheque for £250 for you. Now,
next year, in fact, I've been persuaded. I don't know how the hell I got into this one. I honestly do not know. Somebody said, "Do I want a sweet?" And I said, "Yeah, dessert, please." And they said, "Oh, you want to run in the desert?" I think that was a bit deaf. The task is to run what they call the MDS, which is the Marathon des Sables, which is to spend 6 days in the Sahara Desert, running a total of some 160 odd miles, where we carry kit, we carry food, we eat, we sleep, and we run, we walk, and we crawl. It's the first for a blind person. They've never allowed it before, and my 2 guides have been made to swear that they're not going to tie me to a palm tree or to a camel. They are going to get me from the start, hopefully, to the finish. I'm supporting the Albion Foundation. Now, I know a lot of people say, "Ooh, football Albion." It's nothing to do with the Premiership club, West Bromwich Albion. It's to do with the Albion Foundation, who support blind football, wheelchair football, disabled sport in general, underprivileged kids, and they've also now, recently, only this year, set up a school for 40 kids, underprivileged and bullied at local schools, and they've brought them in. They're doing some phenomenal work around the community or through the community, and it just proves that through sport we can pull all shapes, sizes, colours, creeds together, bring them as one, bring them as a team, and put a smile on their faces. And that's what's required. And I just thought, well, let's go out with a bang. Let's do this crazy challenge. It's a holiday, really, I'm told. I've got a flag to put in the top of the sand dune, but, you know, I'm going to give it my finest. We're going to raise an awful lot of money, I hope, but more importantly, we're going to raise awareness, which is what we all want to raise. And through Tim's very generous donation, he's going to kick us off, and so we've got a wonderful, wonderful start, and you know, through the generosity of people, let's hope we can raise a few bob, but more importantly, we can put smiles on many, many faces of kids with disabilities. Thank you.
know how warm it is, so I'm going to keep this very short. My esteemed guests, thank you all very much for coming tonight. I hope that you've enjoyed what we've done so far, and a very, very special thanks to Lord and Lady Cobham and their staff who have allowed us and supported us here tonight. Would you show your applause, please? Your appreciation. I have some personal thanks. Would be very remiss of me if I didn't. To thank Suzanne Randall, Jeff and Joe, who have organised all this for me tonight. Yeah, for those who know me, they know how incredibly lazy I am. Everything has been done by them, and I'm truly in their debt. And would you please show them a round of applause, please? I'm sure you would agree that you've had a tremendous compere tonight, and I'm going to say thank you to my friend Artie for doing it for me. Thank you, Artie. But I think, as Artie said, the stars of the show are the nominees tonight, and the work that they do, both mentally, physically, putting their time and effort into raising money for their respective charities. My Lord Mayors and Mayors for their charities that I'm supporting. They're the real people that we're here to support tonight. But my thank you to you all for being here. Have a good night, and there's a little bit more to entertain you yet.
Thank you, Tim. Not done quite yet, because we have some more entertainment, and I am delighted to announce a group of musicians and singers who came together through, and I love this, their love of wine and song. They're graduates of the Royal College of Music, the Royal Academy of Music, the Royal Welsh College of Music and Drama, and the Guildhall School of Music and Drama. Together, they've worked tirelessly to raise funds for a number of charities, and they too have raised thousands of pounds. They sing a varied and wide range of repertoire for events all over the world, so I guarantee there's definitely something for everybody here this evening. Everything from operatic classics to 70s and 80s rock anthems. And today, ladies and gentlemen, they're singing for us. I present to you Elysium 3. fantastic Elysium 3, and you all know what you have to do. I'm certainly going to go out and get that Rock Diva album, because I tell you one thing, these amazing ladies, which I met backstage for the first time today, they're definitely not divas, but Elysium 3, you rock. All right. And on that note, I want to thank you for being such a wonderful audience this evening. That's pretty much it from me for this evening. Dinner is being served, so please make your way through to the White Hall. I do hope you've been enjoying this summer party. Of course, it's not over yet, still plenty more. I know I certainly have. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Che bella cosa n'arionate sole, n'aria serena dopo una tempesta, per l'aria fresca pareggiana festa. Che bella cosa n'arionate sole, ma ne tu sei più bella o sole mio, stan fronte a te. O sole mio, stan fronte a te, stan fronte a te. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Merci. O sole mio, stan fronte a te, o sole mio, stan fronte a te, stan fronte a te.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Giovanni. I'm your banqueting manager today. I have to say, it may come from the French opera, but the Italiano is not so good. You're singing the songs from my homeland, from Napoli. I tell you what I do, just a special treat. I've had a little drink myself. I fancy singing song too. Maybe you join me later, I don't know. Maestro, please, here we go. Okay. 2, 3. I said, nanni neve ne saliente, tu sai adò, sto cuore ingrato più rispiente, farmi non può. It's more like it, now I'm in Italy. Adò, la fuoco conci massi foglie, ti lascia sta. Hello my darling, how are you tonight? Con le buone gatti presso, e ne guarda, everybody, yamme, goppe, yamme, goppe, ya, funicula, goppe, ya, funicula. One more time, yamme, goppe, ya, goppe, ya, funicula. it. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I go.
No.
Go on.
Pardonnez-moi, I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's Pierre Fromage again. You know, I was the one who was paid to sing tonight, and I think you want to hear another song from the Frenchman. Oui? Avant.
Okay, I tell you what we do. I'm Italiano here. I tell you what we do. How about we sing a little duetto for the people? How you like a duet?
Oh,
together?
this is a lovely idea. I've got just a song. It's a song that's made famous about all the ladies who love to speak on the telephone. Do you know there's a song about ladies who like to speak on the telephone? It's called La Donna è mobile.
Okay, why don't we try it?
Alors, maestro, s'il vous plaît.
France and Italy united. Here we go. Play along if you like, ladies and gentlemen.
You start, but I begin, okay? La donna immobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'argento di pensiero.
Sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso, in pianto, in riso e menzognero.
La donna immobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'argento e di pensiero. E di You know what, Giovanni? I think we should do something a bit more funky.
A bit more groovy.
A bit more groovy?
In the English language.
Ah bon?
In the
Let's have a go.
Okay.
Maestro, s'il vous plaît.
Okay.
You clap along, avant.
Everybody dance. Here we go.
Tell me when will you be mine? Tell me quando we can share love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me? Tell me quando you mean happiness to me. Oh my love, please tell me when. Every moment's a day. Every day seems a lifetime. Let me show you the way to a joy beyond compare. I can't wait a moment more. Tell me quando. Say it's me you're looking for. Oh my darling, tell me when. My darling, tell me when. Oh darling, tell me. Thank you very much. When. Thank you very much.